everybody.
Hello.
Joel here.
I'm Pam.
And we are joined with the cats, all three of them by surprise.
Oh, yay, us.
So today, well, let's just get with, I've been watching, watching people talk about serial killers, last meals, you know.
Yeah.
Like, cause there's been some extreme ones, some ridiculous ones. So today we're gonna quiz you.
Me?
So I got some, like, what? 6 different ones I want to say. 6. And then I got some facts about the person, the killer. You know, just to say this, some are serial killers, some are spree killers, and some just murderers.
Right.
And murderers, we usually just kill 1 or 2 people.
They're all dicks.
Yeah. So, I call this game Last Meal. Isn't that creative? Look how creative I am.
God dang, I wonder how long that took you to figure out. Holy shit.
Okay, you ready?
I'm about as ready as I'm gonna be.
Fritz Herman.
Fritz Herman?
Okay, so wait, let me do this. So, there's gonna be, here, before we get started, there's gonna be A and B. I didn't want to go, so we're just gonna go A and B, so you got a choice.
Oh, I have 2 choices.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, I can't give you any hints because it's just, you get 50-50.
Right.
And then after that, or before it, I can talk about the person, what they did, and you can guess, or we can have you guess, and then I'll tell what the person did.
Well, it doesn't matter, but
okay,
as long as I get, a 50-50 chance.
Okay, so, well, let's go with, I'll tell you the person and then tell you.
Fritz Herman.
Fritz Herman was a German serial killer known as a butcher/vampire of Hanover. He committed sexual assault, murder, mutilation, dismemberment.
He dismembered people.
Yeah, 24 boys and young men between 1918 and 1924 in Hanover, Germany. He was sentenced to death by the guillotine.
Oh, he had his head cut off.
Okay, so how he got the name the vampire, well, one of the people, he would bite into his victim's Adam's apple and then strangulate them. Okay, so
here we go.
Fritz Herman, whatever, last meal, A, eggs, bacon, and coffee, or B, cigar and coffee?
Cigar and coffee?
Yes.
I'm going to say probably cigar and coffee.
Is that your final answer?
Oh, yes, it is.
Tapping it in?
Tap.
Ding, 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 you are correct.
Yay.
I didn't want to put it in there because it might give it away. It was an actual, they said, an expensive cigar and coffee. Okay, so let's move on to the next serial killer. And only female on the list, Aileen Wuornos.
Okay.
Aileen Wuornos was an American serial killer. She murdered 7 men in Florida between 1989 and 1990 by shooting them. She was sentenced to death by lethal injection.
Yes, she was.
They said, well, of course, a lot of people, if you watch them, saying she had like some mental health issues, it seemed like. But they said,
I think we all do.
One of her things, she would play a victim and get them close into him.
Right. And
if you've seen the movie The Monster, which I know you like, it was really good. Okay, so was Aileen Wuornos' last meal A, Dr. Pepper and a bacon cheeseburger, or B, hamburger, cup of coffee, and some snacks?
I think it was the first one, the Dr. Pepper and a cheeseburger or whatever. Tapping it in. No?
No. So, the thing about this, it was hamburgers, cup of coffee, and snacks. The lot of ones I've seen, they've all just said she had a cup of coffee. But when I did research on it, they said she just ate snacks, a hamburger, and a cup of coffee as her last meal was. So, here we go. You ready?
Ready.
You are 1-1 now. This is Alton Coleman. Alton Coleman was an American... Alton Coleman was an American spree killer. He committed spree murders across 6 states between May and July 1984 that resulted in 8 deaths. He was sentenced to death by lethal injection. Okay, so was Alton Coleman's last meal A, a well-done filet mignon smothered with mushrooms, fried chicken breast, a salad with French dressing, sweet potato with whipped cream, French fries, collard greens, onion rings, broccoli with cheese, cornbread, biscuits and gravy, and a cherry coke?
So the whole buffet.
Or B, ham and cheese, apple pie, and a cherry coke?
I think it was the second one.
So you're saying B?
Yes.
You tapping it in?
Yeah, tapping it in.
You are, what was it?
Wrong again? He wanted a whole freaking buffet.
He got a filet mignon smothered with mushrooms, fried chicken breast, a salad with French dressing and sweet, all this crap.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You know? Well, I think every state now, they don't allow the last meal.
Yeah.
Well, they get what everybody else gets.
Right. Yeah.
Because of a certain guy, he ordered all this food, but when it got to him, he told him no.
Yeah, because like a family member, his last meal was a McDonald's.
Are you talking about?
No.
We had to,
But yeah. I mean, if Joel wants to talk about it later, he can. I'll let him do some research on him. But that's
wasn't there a big deal with him? Was it?
Yeah. But I'll let him do some research, just see what he can find. But I was informed that his last meal he asked for McDonald's. So
yeah, now I don't know if all states do it, but I know you just get what they're having.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're probably a celebrity, and I've heard celebrities get some, not all the time, but they get. Okay, let's move on. Mom is 1 and 2 now.
Yep.
So this is Barton K. Kirkham.
Kirkham?
Kirkham.
Okay.
Was an American murderer, and he was okay. These later people, I want to say they didn't have a lot on him, so I just kind of went to some of the more interesting stuff. So he was also in the Air Force. He murdered 2 grocery store clerks in 1956 during an armed robbery. He was sentenced to death, but he chose to be hanged. They said it was to generate publicity, and so he can become an inconvenience to the state of Utah. His hanging at Utah State Prison in 1958 was the first to be carried out by the state in 46 years, and he was the last to be hanged by the state of Utah. So, was Kirkham's last meal a pizza and ice cream, or B, A, pizza and ice cream, or B, cheesesteak, coleslaw, and Pepsi?
I'm going to say it's probably the second, the cheesesteak.
Are you tapping it in?
Yeah, tapping it in.
You are incorrect.
Again?
Yeah, it was a pizza and ice cream. He said because you get cheese, meat, and everything in one meal, not so much fuss. But, because I wanted to kind of do this, there was a person that ordered a cheesesteak, coleslaw, and Pepsi. His name was Brian Steckle. He was an American convicted killer. He murdered and raped the 29-year-old Sandra Lee Long in 1994. But this is why I kind of chose. He was sentenced to death by lethal injection in 2005. He said, I'm going to paraphrase here. I'm sorry, I'm a better man, I accept my punishment, and I love you people.
You can go fuck yourself.
Okay, so I think we have 2 more. Moving through this really quickly. So, ready for the next one? You are 1 and 3, Mom.
I am not doing so great, am I, son?
Okay, the next last meal is Danny.
Next time we'll ask Joel some questions, just see how good he is.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay, next one is Danny Rolling. Danny Rolling, also known as the Gainesville Ripper, was an American serial killer. He murdered 5 students in August 1990 over 4 days. He was sentenced to death by
lethal injection.
Woo! Okay, was Danny Rolling's last meal A, 2 bowls of cereals, a glass of OJ, and a stack of pancakes? B, lobster tail, butterfly shrimp, baked potato, sweet tea, and a cheesecake.
I'm going to say the lobster tail. Tap, tap, tap.
You are correct. Ding, 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 ding.
Yay, me. Look.
Cat's going crazy. Okay. So.
Girls. Knock shit off.
Look how she's sitting.
Look how they got the modem.
Leave him. Oh, shoot. What you guys do? Oh, no, it's all good.
Okay.
Leave the internet alone, crazies. So, we are to the last one, Mama.
Yes.
So, you could either even it out or go, what are you, 2 and 3 now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go in the donkey do.
This last one is David Mason.
David Mason.
David Mason was an American serial killer. He murdered 4 elderly people in 1980.
See, people just ought to have their head bashed in for hurting elders. I just don't get it.
And his cellmate in 1982. Plus, he was suspected of killing his male lover.
Uh-huh.
He was sentenced to death by...
Lethal injection.
Nope, gas chamber.
Oh, gas chamber.
In 1993.
See, Joel always builds it up, thinking I'm going to get it right, and then he's like, don't.
Okay, now his entry. He was the second execution in California since 1967 by gas chamber. Oh, no, wait, was it by gas? Oh, but, okay, just his, but he was the last by gas chamber.
Oh, he was the last.
Okay, was David Mason's last meal A,
It ought to have been a foot in his fucking mouth.
birthday cake and pizza, or B, a glass of ice water?
Oh, wow.
Ding, do 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 do.
I'm going to say the cake.
Is that your final?
Tap it in. I'm probably wrong, but I'm tap it in. He wanted just water.
He said he accepted water and just waited until it was his time.
Should I want to go on a fat ass stomach?
But the actual person who ordered the birthday cake and pizza was an American murderer named David Leon Wood. He murdered. He murdered a 77-year-old Juan. I'm not going to pronounce his last name because I'm going to mess it up. By stabbing him 21 times. He had an accomplice, but he was the one that stabbed Juan. He and his partner stole the money from Juan's pocket and a TV. The cops arrived at the scene after getting a call of a man screaming for help. Woods was on the porch of Woods, the killer, was on the porch of Juan, the victim's apartment complex, crying and telling the police that he had gone there to use the phone and he found Juan's body. So, can you guess who ratted him out?
His partner.
No. His own mother.
Really?
Yep. It says his mom suspected him of being involved, so she let the police search his room and they found the knife.
Well, okay. Go ahead.
He was sentenced to death by...
gas chamber. Lethal injection.
Lethal injection in 2007.
Well, you know that they had that kid that was going to do that shooting recently at his high school. I believe it was a high school. Anyway, and the mom found out about it and called the police and turned her son in, and they prevented that shooting from occurring at the high school or whatever school it was. But
good on mother.
Right, yeah.
Well, I don't remember where it was, but I watched it on the news today. The cops actually stopped the shooting from happening at a fair.
Oh, yeah?
They prevented the shooting. I didn't really get to read it because we were at work.
Right.
But yeah, it's crazy. Just,
It's it takes a lot for a parent, but sometimes,
Yeah, like,
But I'm not in that position, so, I like to think that, either you or I would do the right things, but we just don't know unless we're put in that position, and please don't put me in that position. Thank you.
I know I'm really interested in talking about serial killers and all that. It's just a lot of people study, this crime, but I just never in the right mind of taking somebody's life.
Yeah. No, I
mean,
get it.
It's just it's just all these different things. Like I bought those serial killer trading cards.
Right.
And there was a guy in there. This is what he told the cops. He murdered his wife because the way she put the vegetables in front of the milk.
Yeah.
That's what he's telling me.
Well, and that's just like Timothy McVeigh.
Well, see, I was gonna put him on here.
Yeah. To be honest with you, we hung out with him when he was in Fort Riley, and he was a pretty cool guy, and just to hear about that, just throws you for a loop, like just like somebody just punches you in the gut. We weren't like best friends or anything, and
he had a crush on.
Yeah, he had a crush on my sister.
Sorry, sis.
But you just never know, and you don't know. Super quiet guy, but like he was always polite, and he would do anything for anyone, and for where this came out of, that's what I'm saying. You just don't know who is like sitting right next to you, what like goes on in their head, and what they're thinking, and it's just like two different people, because like I was floored, like how.
Like, what was I going to say?
But, at the same time, when you find out that, someone that that would do something like that, you almost not want to know them,
Yeah, I was like, what was I going to say? Well, kind of take this another, you want to guess what his last meal was?
What's that?
2 pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Yeah, that is something that you just, we don't talk about it a whole lot, but he really was. He was a super cool guy, super sweet. Would do anything, and then to find out that
one of the
he did this, and not only adults but children, and
I was gonna say, like, I know this ain't on the level to the person you knew, but I won't say names here. Because I don't want people. But I met this kid through another friend of mine, and everybody considers somebody else weird, even if you consider them normal. Everybody's a little different.
Right.
And I didn't think it was bad. I kind of hung out with the class, just one of them people, different. I didn't care who you were. I didn't care.
Right.
As long as you was nice to me, you're fine.
Right.
I mean, I don't want you to be the dick to other people. But,
right.
Well, then I recently found out I had another a friend of mine. Well, she dated him, and then I found out he had apparently there was consent, but he had sex with a minor.
Yeah.
I don't care. Listen, if you are. The girl was like, I want to say 14, 16, but you're in your 20s.
Right.
I mean, if you was 16 or 17, I guess that's whatever that is. But you're in your 20s now, and you're 14 or 6-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, even, I don't know, it's just,
It just kind of takes you back, especially when they're arrested and they're charged with it and they're convicted, So clearly somebody didn't see no consent in it, you know what I mean? But
it's just crazy how,
yeah.
terrorist.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Or even though apparently there was consent somewhere.
Yeah. And like I knew this guy, a friend of mine. We hadn't talked in years or anything like this, but when we lived in another town, we were all cool hanging out or whatever, and then to find out that, he had smashed an elderly lady's, head in with a weight, and it's just, of course this was years ago, I was a lot younger, but, you just, it's just floored because you see your friends all the time, and then, you hear this news, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with people, I don't know.
I mean, thank God I haven't really known anybody to the extent of people you've known.
Yeah, well, and I wish I hadn't, but I mean.
You never know.
Yeah,
like
you really don't.
Like
The closest and the best friends, or even ones you just know through mutual people, or you don't hang out every day or whatever, but you get to know them a little bit. But then again, at the same time, you don't get to know them because,
That's crazy.
I don't know, but.
Well, let's take a little turn into it.
Yeah, it did. I mean, it's just conversation, and it's just, But.
Well, Mom, you went 2-4.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know if fuck going on. I was like, yeah, I'll take some water. I'll take some ice water without the ice.
Well, I looked up, Ted Bundy. He declined the special thing, and he just took what they had.
Yeah.
You know what he had, though? He had a fucking steak.
He had a fucking steak. That's what Joel said. But anyway.
I hope you guys enjoyed this.
Yeah, it was a nice conversation. So.
Yeah, like I said, expect more of these kind of things. I mean, they're kind of easy to do. You just sit down and talk. I mean, you have a video. I had an idea, with the last meals, and then took to talking about knowing Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah.
And then what was his? I don't think we said his name earlier. The one was he on Grandma's side?
Yeah.
What was his?
McGinn.
Ricky McGinn. And I guess
And he was executed in Huntsville, Texas.
But it was a whole big old thing around that, I guess.
Yep. It ended up causing a riot and things like that because of a reprieve 30-day reprieve that he was granted by Bush at the time.
Was it senior or junior?
A junior.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He was the governor of Texas, so.
Yeah, because he got a reprieve, but the whole thing was black man didn't get it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because a white
man they brought up racial.
Because a white man got it, but this black man did not get it.
Yeah. But
And what he did was terrible too. He killed his stepdaughter.
Mm-hmm.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. That's what I say. You don't know who you know and who you're related to. Sometimes you just don't know. I mean, sometimes people do know, but sometimes you just don't. And
it's crazy. During my lifetime, I've been in 2 school. Back when I was younger, when I was in Oakdale, there was that bomb threat when I was going there. Yep. And then Central, they found that, wasn't it two times? They found a cell phone with a bullet hole through it.
Mm-hmm.
Then
the gun, they were I guess somebody was in there with a gun or something. I don't know.
That's crazy.
It's been a while back, so I can't remember.
Yeah.
But thanks for having this conversation with me. It was nice talking to everyone, and
I hope you guys enjoy this kind of video. Expect more to come. See you. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.